morning, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Mr. Leon Blades, his wife Marcia, and his granddaughter here this morning to the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training. This event is one that we are very excited about because it represents the launch of the book, Keeping You Safe. And this book is a children's highway code. Mr. Blades has dedicated much of his time and effort to creating this book that will have much utility at the primary school level. He has brought with him 120 books to be distributed across all public primary schools. And these books contain information on how students should use the road safely, how they should ride their bicycles, how they should play, how they should walk the road, how they should disembark from buses, etc. And I believe that this information contained in the book will be useful in the prevention of accidents. It'll be useful because children can use the knowledge as they grow older, even when they begin to drive. It is very good that our children now have an opportunity to learn this information very early so that they can develop the habits that are required to be successful as they navigate the roads of Barbados. At this time, I will turn over to Mr. Leon Blades, who has served very well in the Royal Barbados Police Force, which is now called the Barbados Police Service. I'm going to offer him this opportunity to say a few words.
Thank you kindly, Chief Education Officer. The pleasure is mine to, as I reminisce on the progress to bring me to this far. I just remember the years of service, as she alluded to, serving the public of Barbados. There are lots of things that happen on road policing that have me intrigued how people who can benefit by it. And there's a lot of education. And in my formative years when I was occasionally doing lectures at schools, there was nothing, there was no material that can be used. So I thought it best to focus on the children. The government had prepared a highway code for adults, so I thought it was best to do one for children. So I set about doing that. Towards my latter years as a police officer, I promised that I would write a book on avoiding collisions in order to make these books worthwhile. My target audience was children, because I believe that in order to make it better road users later on in life, they start with the children. So I thought it was important to invest in the children so that as they grow older, that they would better understand how to use the roads. I want to say thanks to not only to Joy Anderson, to Berkeley Lowell, and then the staff at the MRD, the children at George Lamont School, children from Wildy, children from St. Barnabas Church to help me to put together, because I thought that the book is for a local environment. I wanted local children, so that's why I chose those persons. So the police credit union able to give me the chance to have these books printed by a local printer, because I also use local print marks to print these books. I would like to have a pilot project done within the school system, whether I can do it or work with you're representing the person in charge of primary school to look at a syllabus. So the pleasure is mine then to have these books presented to the Ministry of Education through you and Chief Education Officer for the use in school. With those few words, I want to present to you this book and the others here that for young children, and hope that can use as a resource material within the schools so that children from now onward can learn how best to use the roads. And this is not only copy, because I'm using also an auditory book and an e-book of the same highway code, so that the public at large, the children at large can benefit. Differently abled persons can also benefit than the other persons who can, the ones who can see. So this, with those few words, I want to thank you for receiving these books and accepting them. And it is a moment that I would always cherish, the aspect of getting them into the schools for the benefit of future Barbadians. Thank you kindly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Blades, and the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training thanks you for your efforts. We thank you for your commitment to this project, bringing it to fruition. And we assure you that these books will be distributed to all of the public primary schools, and we would, of course, focus on efforts to have it integrated within the classes as well. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome.